Okay, now you can
So
proceed.
myself Gunjan Kumari,
Yeah.
and my father's name is Mr. Mukesh Kumar.
Okay.
He is an ex-serviceman and currently in state police.
Where do you live?
I am originally from Haryana, Rewari, but I live in Delhi.
Okay.
And my mother's name is Mrs. Parmila Devi. She is a housemaker,
Okay.
and we are two siblings. I have one younger brother,
Yeah. So what is he currently
and
studying?
I passed my 12th in 2022.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And your hobbies?
So my hobbies, I like doing yoga and means morning exercises,
Okay.
and for games, for sports, I like playing badminton, but not do not have as such knowledge about it. But I like playing badminton.
So, can you tell me some yoga exercises if I'm suffering from any ailment related to lungs? Like if I have any issues related to my lungs, like asthma or something. So, can you tell
Yes,
me?
sir. Related to, yeah, lungs, there are so many yogasanas like pranayam, anulom vilom.
Okay. So,
Yes,
do
sir.
you think that yoga can be a permanent remedy for such like harmful ailments?
Yoga cannot be a permanent remedy, but it can help to up to some extent.
So, कुंजन एक चीज है ये मतलब आपने जो अभी बोला कि आई लाइक टू प्ले बैडमिंटन बट आई डू नॉट हैव सो मच ऑफ नॉलेज अबाउट इट सो यू डोंट हैव टू से लाइक दिस ओके सपोज इफ यू आर गोइंग टू
Yes,
टेल एनीथिंग अबाउट योर सेल्फ you must know about it, so you must have
yes,
some knowledge. You don't have to deny it that I don't have so much of knowledge for that. Okay, so you can't say this
yes,
anywhere about anything. If they are asking you something and you are telling that yeah I do this or I have interest in such activity, so you will have to keep knowledge for that also. Okay, so suppose if they are going to ask, if an interviewer is asking you that what are your hobbies and you're saying that I like to play badminton, so you must know about it. Okay, and you must also know about like recent players, okay, who are in news related to badminton sports. And
yes,
you should also know like names of the players who have played very well for India and and represented India on an international level. Okay, so please.
yes. That's why I said I have means I do have some knowledge, but if they ask very deep, then
No, no, but you can't say na, like you can't say this that I don't have so
yes,
much
sir.
of.
Yes, sir. I got it. I
Yeah,
got it.
you can tell me, but not them.
Yes, sir.
So you don't have to be underconfident in front of them. Okay, so
Yes,
you
sir.
should you should be like that. Yeah, if I play, I have like little knowledge, but I don't want to be underconfident for that. If I don't know
Yes,
anything for any kind of topic, so I don't have to be underconfident. Okay, so you have to keep your confidence. Okay, so
yes, sir.
as you know that we have like three phases for this. ठीक है, suppose मतलब आपका नीट का एग्जाम फर्स्ट फेज आपका हो चुका है, and second phase like will be your pure like interview and your CBT test. Okay, and in interview like there will be some questions related to you, so I will make you prepare for that also. And you have a CBT test also. Okay, so CBT test consists of 40 questions, and that 40 questions will be from like general intelligence and general reasoning. Okay, so let me tell you this like brief syllabus about that, the test that you are going to appear in. Okay, so that test is known as TOGIG, that is test of general intelligence and general English. Okay, so there will be overall 40 questions, 40 MCQ type questions. So you will get one questions written here, and you will be having four options here. Okay, like that you gave in your NEET exam. So in NEET exam also each question had four options below it. Okay, and one among them were among the right options. Okay, so in this also there will be 40 questions, and you have to answer like maximum questions, but you also have to remember that there is negative marking. So you cannot attempt all the questions and say like कि मतलब सारा कर देते हैं एंड उसके बाद पता चल रहा है कि मार्क्स जो है वो नेगेटिव में आ रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना है। ये जो 40 क्वेश्चंस रहेंगे, ठीक है, तो इसमें लाइक हाफ ऑफ द पोर्शन विल बी फ्रॉम योर इंग्लिश सब्जेक्ट and half of the 20 questions will be from your general intelligence. And this general intelligence will be comprising of two subsections. Like we can say that about 15 questions will be from your like static GK and current affairs. Okay. And static GK comprises of like history, polity, economics, okay, social issues, okay, international topics, and current affairs I like the news which were recently there. And like 5 questions that are remained out of 20 questions that will consist of your reasoning portion. So in reasoning you don't have to go like through all the topics, just important just like go through some questions from the important topics. Like in reasoning we have number series, okay, alphabetical series, we have some kind of small puzzles that can be asked in your examination. Also in reasoning there can be like something questions related to your dice. Okay, you must be knowing about dice na, dice that we used to play ludo. Okay, so there can be questions related to dice, cards, and there can be series from alphabets, and there can be like verbal and non-verbal reasoning both. Okay, so in reasoning part, like there is nothing like rocket science that you cannot do it. Okay, so if you are gaining a lot of score in your NEET examination and reaching the MNS interview, so you have that capability that you can solve all those 5 to 6 questions that can be asked in your reasoning question. Okay, so what you have to do right now, you just have to focus on your English and GK and current affairs section first, because these sections are important and they cannot be done like if you are never prepared before. Because I know that you all belong from like PCB background, and when you are preparing for your medical examination, then you don't go through the like general knowledge part or current affair part, so you don't have so much of knowledge about that. Means if you have a like habit to see the news daily, okay, go through the current events, so you can perform well. But from now you will have to be strictly like follow you will have to strictly follow this like daily schedule, so that if there is any topic related to your current affairs that is being happened like in these days, so these can be asked in your interview also. Okay, and that will help you in your like current affairs section also, that can be a part of your general intelligence section. So this will be your test of 40 MCQ. Okay, so one thing you have to remember, that these 40 questions are not going to affect so much of things in your complete like process. Okay, because you know that 720 marks are from your NEET examination. Okay, so out of that, the marks you scored will be your major portion for your merit list, and these 80 marks, these will be also added in your final merit. But you can think that if from 40 questions you can attempt like 25 to 30 questions, they're very good. Okay, so if you are going to score 50 to 60 marks out of 80 marks, then it's good. Okay, so suppose if you prepare very well for your general intelligence and general English test, and if your examination does not go well, because sometimes it happen, because last year also when I mentored a candidate for MNS, so her and like her this test CBT test was not so good. So I asked, means I told her that don't be hopeless for that, because that is not going to be your like major part, that is going to your that is going to decide your merit part. Okay, final merit. So these 80 marks, like out of 80 marks, if you are going to score 40 to 60 marks, they are very good. Okay, so if someone is saying that like you are going there, and in your batch if someone says like my CBT test was so good and your CBT test was not so good, okay, so you don't have to be hopeless, because this is not the only one which is going to decide your final merit. Okay, so just focus on the like complete process. Okay, so one by one you will get chance to perform yourself. Okay, so this 80 marks plus your personal interview. Okay, so for me personal interview is the most important part here, because they also know that if you're coming from like PCB background, okay, and medical background, you might not have any knowledge about like general knowledge, current affair, but yes, you if you tried well, then they will understand this. So the major thing that you have to show, like your potential, that will be captured in personal interview only, that is PI. Okay, so you have to well prepare for your personal interview round, and that will be the most like deciding feature of your selection process. Okay, and since this 720 marks has been means the marks you got out of 720 marks, that has been done. So right now you have only two phases remaining, that is CBT test and your personal interview, and the third is your medical. Okay, so medical process is not in your hands. If there is something like something medical deformity or there is some medical issues, you cannot change it. Okay, so you have to try only for the CBT test and only or for your personal interview. Okay, and also you have to keep yourself healthy because you don't have so much of time. I think 14th of June is the date that is decided by the NTA to declare the NEET results. Okay, so as soon as the results are declared, so within a week MNS registrations will start. Indian Army will start registrations for MNS, and then like in 10 or 15 days your process is going to start. Like in 5 to 7 days, like 5 to 7 days you will get for your registration process after the NEET results are declared, and after that your call up letter will come. Okay, so you have to download it, take up all your documents, original and photocopies. Okay, so I will also discuss the documents right now, that what documents you have to take with yourself there, and after going there your documents will be verified with the respective personals, and then your process will start. Then you will go like some of the members of your batch will go for medical, some of them will go for CBT test, and some of them will go for personal interview. So you can have any like phase out of these at any time. Like you may be called for personal interview on the first day only, so you have to prepare for everything in advance. Like you cannot think that we will have MCQ test or CBT test in the first day, and then we will do our like medicals, and then we will be having our personal interview. So any test can be performed at any time. So first there can be personal interview also. At first you can have your medical also. At first you can have your that CBT test also. Okay. So right now you have like only you can understand that you have only like 25 to 30 days to prepare. So you have to uh, go accordingly. Okay, so okay, so I know your like NEET scores you have already mentioned. I think Gunjan is getting around 500, and Renu, what is your NEET score, expected NEET score?
So 350 around
Okay,
350.
okay, so let's see what will happen. Okay, so right now I'm going to like tell you about the documents. Okay, so because this is the main like portion, because without the original documents, and if you do not have your complete documents, they are not going to make you enter inside the like that like that area. Okay, because they will ban your entry if you do not have your complete documents. So first of all we will discuss about the documents that you have to prepare in advance. Okay, so one by one I'm going to ask you that these documents are available with you or not. Okay, so you have to say yes or no. Okay, so first of all what you will need is like your class 10th mark sheet. Okay, so you can also note down these documents that you have to keep these with yourself ready in advance, so you do not have to make any panic at the end moment. Okay, so if you are not having complete documents, if you are going to prepare for this interview session, and if you do not have any like proper set of documents, they will not allow you. So keeping ready these documents is your essential part. So first of all is this is 10th mark sheet and class 10th certificate. Okay. So are you both from CBSE board or anyone from state board also?
So
So
CBSE.
CBSE board.
Okay, CBSE boards. Okay. So I think you might have obtained 10th mark sheet and 10th certificate. I think different documents, or is it the same document?
Sir, I think it is different.
Okay, different.
Like
Different
Okay, suppose
documentation.
if you do not have the different document, you can check your mark sheet. If there is mentioned a line like this, suppose it is written that mark sheet come passing certificate. If this line is mentioned on your mark sheet, then it means that this is the only this is the mark sheet document and also the passing certificate document. So you don't have to arrange this different, like differently these both documents. So if there is mentioned this line, okay, mark sheet come passing certificate, so you have to accept the fact that this is the mark sheet and this is the passing certificate. So your both documents are combined in single document only. And if this line is not mentioned on your class 10th mark sheet, it means that you will have 10th mark sheet and 10th certificate different documents. Okay, so you got this.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
And same goes with the case for class 12th. Okay, so in class 12th also you will be having class 12th mark sheet
Yes, sir.
and class 12th certificate.
Yes.
So do you have these different or in a single document only?
Single document.
Single. Okay. So please check it once again, huh? Because I think in CBSE board they give different documents, like class 12 mark sheet is a different document and class 12 certificate is a different document. So please look it properly, huh? So these
Yes.
four are the most important documents. And next is your ID card, that is Aadhaar card. Okay. So on your Aadhaar card, you have to check one thing, that if your photograph is very old, ठीक है, photograph must be updated. Like अगर आपका बचपन का फोटोग्राफ लगा है तो वो एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं होगा वहाँ पे, ठीक है. एंड आप बोलोगे कि मेरे को फोटोग्राफ अपडेट करने का चांस दे दो, so it takes around 24 to 48 hours or maybe up to 72 hours, like 2 to 3 days. So they are not going to allow you or they are not going to postpone your interview. So you have to take care of that also. Okay, so your photograph must be updated. So आप में से किसी का फोटोग्राफ बचपन का तो नहीं लगा है ना आधार कार्ड पे?
सर बचपन का ही लगा है।
बचपन का लगा है तो यू विल हैव टू मेक श्योर कि उसको अपडेट करवाना है एज सून एज
ओके
पॉसिबल.
सर।
ओके, बिकॉज बचपन के फोटो से वो नहीं पहचान पाएंगे. एंड अगर उन्होंने नहीं पहचाना एंड आधार कार्ड लाइक इस, ये समझ लो कि ये आपका मेन आईडी है. इसके अलावा कोई और आईडी कार्ड आपके पास आई डोंट थिंक कि होगा अभी. है कोई आईडी कार्ड लाइक पैन कार्ड एनीथिंग एल्स
यस
ड्राइवर?
सर, पैन
Yes,
कार्ड है।
sir. PAN card है.
पैन कार्ड है, ठीक है, ठीक है, वो है, अच्छी बात है. बट यू हैव टू अपडेट योर फोटोग्राफ ऑल्सो इन योर आधार कार्ड इफ इट इज नॉट अपडेटेड येट. ठीक है,
ओके सर।
तो फोटोग्राफ सभी ने अपडेट करवा लेना है जिसका भी अपडेट नहीं है. एंड नेक्स्ट आर द इंफॉर्मेशन पर्टिकुलर्स और योर बेसिक पर्टिकुलर्स लाइक योर नेम. ओके, योर नेम, योर फादर्स नेम and date of birth. So these three things, like these three particulars, they should match your class 10th certificate or class 10th mark sheet. If these are different from your class 10th mark sheet, then they are not going to allow you. तो ये सेम है ना सभी का?
यस सर, सेम है।
Yes, sir.
सेम है ना? ठीक है, तो नेम हो गया, फादर्स नेम हो गया, डेट ऑफ बर्थ हो गया. ये तीनों चीजें जो हैं आपके आधार कार्ड में अगर मेंशन है तो वो आपकी क्लास 10th की मार्कशीट को कॉपी करना चाहिए. यानी कि क्लास 10th की मार्कशीट में ये जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है वही एग्जैक्ट सेम इन्फॉर्मेशन शुड बी देयर इन योर आधार कार्ड. ठीक है, तो ये याद रखना, फोटोग्राफ मस्ट बी अपडेटेड एंड ऑल द पर्टिकुलर्स शुड मैच योर class 10th mark sheet. If address is different, like if there is minor mistake in address, that is permissible, okay, that is allowable. But these things if not updated, so they may create problem for you. Okay, so you have your Aadhaar card and if there is PAN card also, that is a good thing. Okay, and PAN card में भी जो information है वो सारी सही होनी चाहिए, कुछ भी मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन उसमें नहीं होना चाहिए जो आपके बाकी डॉक्यूमेंट्स को मैच ना करे. ठीक है, तो 10th मार्कशीट, 12th मार्कशीट, 12th सर्टिफिकेट, आधार कार्ड. And one thing is your migration certificate. I think you must have received from your school. Do you have your
यस
migration
सर।
certificate?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Do you have your migration certificate, both of you?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the next is your transfer certificate and uh, character certificate. So you both are, I think, dropout, na? So like you both are dropper. Did you take any admission previously in any college after your school?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So you might have your like this TC and CC. Transfer certificate and character certificate should be available with you.
Yes, sir.
एंड आप में से शायद सबका ड्रॉप आई थिंक 1 साल से ज़्यादा हो चुका होगा या ज़्यादा मतलब 2 साल हो चुके होंगे। तो ये
Yes,
कई
sir.
बार क्या होता है, जो ये कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट है, इसको बोलते हैं कि ये 6 मंथ से ज़्यादा पुराना नहीं होना चाहिए। ठीक है, सो इट शुड बी विद इन 6 मंथ्स। तो अब यहाँ पर क्या करना है कि आई डोंट थिंक स्कूल वाले तो आपको दोबारा बना के देंगे, बिकॉज स्कूल हैज ऑलरेडी गिवन यू कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट लाइक 1 ईयर बिफोर, 2 ईयर बिफोर और 3 ईयर बिफोर। so I don't think that they will give you now like recent character certificate. So आप क्या कर सकते हो, one thing you have to do is like character certificate I think तहसील से भी बनता है शायद, if you know, तहसील से या फिर आपके लाइक जो चेयरमैन होता है या वार्ड मेंबर होता है उनकी तरफ से भी बनाते हैं, या जो आपका नगर निगम या नगर पालिका या म्युनिसिपैलिटी ऑफिस होता है। ठीक है, तो आप
Yes,
जो
Okay,
है
sir.
ये कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट अपने लोकल म्युनिसिपैलिटी ऑफिस या तहसील में आप जाकर पता करवा लोगे कि कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट कहाँ बनेगा। सो दे विल गिव यू कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट एंड इट विल लाइक गिव इंफॉर्मेशन दैट you have not like committed anything wrong in your city, in your locality, or there was no participation in illegal activities. So they will write like this in your this character certificate. ओके, सो ये कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट भी आपको अरेंज करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है ना, बिकॉज दे विल आस्क यू फॉर दिस, क्योंकि कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट आई नो ड्रॉपर्स हो तो आपका स्कूल से मिला होगा एंड उसको 1 साल, 1.5 साल या 2 साल हो चुके होंगे। ठीक है ना, तो वो कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट तो आपको लेकर ही जाना है, बट ये है कि आप अपने लोकल अथॉरिटी से भी कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट बना लोगे। आई थिंक म्यूनसिपैलिटी से बनता है, आई डोंट हैव सो मच ऑफ नॉलेज फॉर दिस बिकॉज मैंने कभी नहीं बनवाया। तो आई थिंक म्यूनसिपैलिटी या फिर तहसील, इन दो जगह पर आप जाके पता कर सकते हो, जहां से भी आपका बन जाए वहां से बना लो। ठीक है, आपका जो लोकल हो, लोकल एरिया का जो है, ठीक है ना, तो ये आप जरूर पता कर लेना। तो ये टीसी हो गया, सीसी हो गया, एंड द अनदर थिंग इज लाइक योर गैप सर्टिफिकेट। ओके, so do you have any information about gap certificate, anyone? What is this about?
no, no, sir.
No. So you all have completed your schooling, and after that you did not join any college. So suppose if there is a gap of at least 1 year, 1 year in your academics, so you have to present a gap certificate. Like you completed your class 12, suppose in 2023, and like till now this is 2024, 1 year has passed. So if a minimum of 1 year has passed and you did not take admission in any of the academic institutions and there is gap in your academic studies, so you will have to present a gap certificate, and this can also be obtained from your nearby तहसील। ठीक है, तो ये गैप सर्टिफिकेट भी आप नियर बाय तहसील से बना सकते हो। ठीक है, अब ये बना लेना, भले ही अभी मत बनाओ इसको, ये आप बना लेना जब आपका कॉलम लेटर आ जाएगा, क्योंकि उसमें भी इंफॉर्मेशन मेंशन होगी कि गैप सर्टिफिकेट आपको लेके जाना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, तो ये इसको बनाने में इतना कुछ खास टाइम नहीं लगता, ये इंस्टेंटली मतलब बन जाता है, तुरंत बन जाता है। तो इसको जब आपका कॉलम लेटर आएगा तब आप बना सकते हो, क्योंकि कॉलम लेटर जब आएगा तो वो लगभग लगभग 5 डेज या 1 वीक बिफोर पहले ही आएगा। ठीक है, तो तब आप इस गैप सर्टिफिकेट को बना सकते हो। तो गैप सर्टिफिकेट क्या कहता है कि जब आपने लास्ट अपना अकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशन छोड़ा था, उसके बाद अभी तक आपको कितना टाइम हो गया जब आपने किसी भी अकेडमिक स्टडीज को अपने कोर्स में मतलब एनरोल नहीं करा अपने आप को। ठीक है, तो ये उसके लिए होता है। तो 1 साल से ज्यादा जब हो जाता है तो हमें गैप सर्टिफिकेट देना पड़ता है, एंड गैप सर्टिफिकेट वो आपको बना के दे देते हैं, उनके पास फॉर्मेट होता है, आपको कुछ नहीं बोलना, उनको बोलना बस मेरे को गैप सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए, वो पूछेंगे किसके लिए चाहिए तो बता देना कि एमएनएस के लिए चाहिए, जिसके लिए भी होगा तो वो बता देना। वो जो जो डिटेल पूछेंगे लाइक नेम, फादर नेम क्या है, लास्ट इंस्टीट्यूशन कौन सा था, आगे किसके लिए आपको चाहिए, तो वो जो भी पूछेंगे आप उनको बता देना। तो ये अभी नहीं बनाना है, ठीक है, ये अभी नहीं बनाना है, ये आप कब बनाना है जब आपका कॉल अप लेटर आ जाएगा या एडमिट कार्ड आ जाएगा, ठीक है। और ये जो
सर मैंने
बोलो।
सर मैंने लास्ट ईयर बनाया था गैप सर्टिफिकेट, तो मुझे
हाँ, तो
इस साल भी
लास्ट ईयर
बनाना
वाला
पड़ेगा?
वैलिड नहीं होगा, ठीक है ना, लास्ट ईयर वाला लास्ट ईयर के लिए वैलिड था। अब क्योंकि
ओके सर।
एक और एकेडमिक ईयर आपका बढ़ चुका है ना आगे,
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो लास्ट ईयर गैप सर्टिफिकेट इज नॉट परमिसिबल, so you have to obtain a new gap certificate. The gap certificate
ओके
should
सर।
be issued in the same like financial year or academic year when you are going to take admission in your college. Okay, so if you are going to take admission in college in 2024, so you will have to present a gap certificate that is issued in 2024 only, ठीक है। तो इसका अच्छे से ध्यान रखना। एंड कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट आप बना सकते हो, मतलब 1 वीक या 10 डेज के बाद चाहो तो उसको बना लेना, बिकॉज इसमें हो सकता है कि 1-2 दिन का टाइम लग जाए, तो ये एडवांस में बना के रखोगे सो इट विल बी गुड, ठीक है। बट गैप सर्टिफिकेट अभी बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, सीसी का जरूर देख लेना, कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट, ठीक है ना। तो ये आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स हो गए, एंड लेट मी चेक और कोई इसमें रह गया। 10th मार्कशीट, 12th मार्कशीट, 10th सर्टिफिकेट, 12th सर्टिफिकेट, आधार कार्ड, okay, and your NEET admit card, okay, NEET admit card, so I think जो आपका ओरिजिनल वाला एडमिट कार्ड है, you might have received a stamp on it. Did you receive the stamp on it from the examination center?
सर जो ओरिजिनल वाला होता है एडमिट कार्ड वो वहीं पे कलेक्ट कर लेते हैं।
जो कलेक्ट हो गया था,
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो इसका पीडीएफ तो होगा ना आपके पास, बोलो पीडीएफ तो होगा ना इसका आपके पास।
यस सर है।
हाँ, पीडीएफ जो है अभी संभाल के रखना, बिकॉज ये भी आपको लेकर जाना होगा, ठीक है। एंड ऑल्सो योर
यस।
नीट एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म यू शुड कीप इट विद योरसेल्फ। नीट एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म का जो प्रिंट आउट था, ठीक है, जब आपने फॉर्म फिल करा था, रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर्म फिल करा था नीट का, तो उसका प्रिंट आउट रखना। मे बी ये शायद नहीं चाहिए होगा, तो जब डॉक्यूमेंट्स की फाइनल लिस्ट आएगी आपके कॉल अप लेटर में जो भी होगा, बट ये मैं अभी आपको बता रहा हूँ, तो इसको भी संभाल के रखना, ठीक है। अभी प्रिंट आउट मत निकालना इसका, जब आएगा तो अगर जरूरत पड़ेगी तो उसको निकालना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। बाकी जो है, व्हेन यू विल रजिस्टर फॉर एमएनएस, ठीक है, तो जब आप joinindianarmy.nic.in, ये इसकी ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट है, व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू रजिस्टर ऑन इट फॉर एमएनएस, so you will receive a registration slip or registration form print out, so you will have to take this also with you, registration form, okay. So both of you, can you please tell me one thing, that did you register any time in the previous year on Join Indian Army website?
नो सर।
यस सर।
Renu, did you register there
यस सर।
in last year?
यस सर।
Okay, so if you registered last year, so you do not have to make a new registration, because like one registration is sufficient for an individual for his whole life, for his or her whole life, okay. So in a life, in
यस।
one life, you can only register for once, so you don't have to register again. You should arrange your login credentials. So do you have its login details or not?
यस सर।
Okay, so you have to log in with that only, and you will register that, register using that login details, okay. Gunjan will register,
यस सर।
like Gunjan will create a fresh registration, okay. So these are the only documents I think, and and you will have to arrange your photographs also. Photographs, okay. Not right now, because I don't remember the quantity, that how many photographs you will have to take there. I think it's like 15 to 25 photographs or 30 photographs you may need. Okay, so we will see the quantity of photographs or the amount of photographs that we will have to take there. So right now you don't have to get your photographs done. Okay. So these are the, I think, only documents that you should arrange, and Aadhaar card is your like main identity card. So it must be updated. Your photographs must be updated. Your name, your father's name, and date of birth should match your class 10 mark sheet. Okay. And one more document that can be needed there is a medical certificate, but I don't remember that it is needed or not. Okay. So like when we will get the official admit card, then only I can tell you that medical certificate is needed or not. Okay. So these are the documents list. Okay. So you have to keep these documents ready. If any of the documents is missing, so please try to arrange these documents. And next is we will meet in next class. So here only we will like end up our class today. Okay, so for the next class I will tell you the schedule. So don't think that this is the only time that when we are going to have our class. I can take your class anytime, so I will inform you in advance. Like I will inform you in the morning that I have to take today's class at this time. So please check your telegram group once. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So right now we are like ending our class. Okay, and stay connected. Huh?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.